Is right now the best time to buy CleanSpark? That is the question we're going to be answering in this video, and we're going to answer that question using this Fibonacci retracement tool. So if we have a look at the recent price action, we can see that from around this low, price went up to this high before we saw this huge retracement. So if we draw the tool from this low up to this high, we get something like this. The way this works is price likes to treat these lines as key levels. So we can see that in the recent past, CleanSpark has found some support around this area, some resistance around here, and more recently it's finding some resistance at this key Fibonacci level. So what are some prices you might want to consider getting into this stock at? The first price point you want to keep an eye on is going to be around $7.97, around $8. This is the final level of Fibonacci retracement. We can see that the price came down here around September of last year. And what we sometimes tend to see is the price coming down to test support levels multiple times. So if the price comes back down to retest a support level, that could be an entry you might want to consider. The second entry you might want to consider is going to be around this level. However, currently we're seeing some strong resistance around this level, and when it comes to scenarios like this, my preference is to wait for the price to break above this resistance level. And when that happens, we tend to see the price come back down to this level again to test it as support. If it can hold as support, then we will start seeing some bullish movement and the price break out further. So the pre-breakout entry for this would be around here. This is $12.50. It is higher than the current price. You might be wondering why not just get in now if we're going to get in at $12. But the advantage you have with this sort of entry is the chances of the price breaking out is significantly higher than it is here. At the moment, we don't know how long it's going to take before we see this pattern. The price could consolidate here for a long time before we see this pattern. So my preference is usually to wait for this before entering. That way my investment isn't trapped while the price is consolidating. So those are the two entries you could consider, either buying down here if the price comes back down to retest this level, or if we start seeing the price breaking above this resistance level, then waiting for a price action pattern like this. So that's the entry side of things. However, getting a good entry is only step one. It is equally important to have an exit strategy in place, and we can get an exit strategy using this Fibonacci extension tool. But before we dive into that, you might be wondering if I am holding or planning to invest in CleanSpark. The answer is the majority of my portfolio is built around a game-changing strategy. This strategy is tracking trades made by US politicians because over the years, their investments have consistently delivered returns that blow traditional strategies out of the water. So I mostly only invest when key politicians are involved. If you're curious about how I do this and how you can too, I've put together a free video that walks you through everything. You will learn how to spot trades right when key politicians make their move, and also see the returns this strategy has delivered over the past 3 years. If this is something you'd like to learn more about, the link to the free video is in the description below. So coming back to the Fibonacci extension tool, if we do something similar to before, going from this low up to this high, and pulling this tool down to where this retracement has ended, we get something that looks like this. And the way this works is price tends to find resistance at these levels of the Fibonacci extension tool. And what the investors using this tool like to do is they like to lock in some profits around these key Fibonacci levels. That puts them in a good position to buy more at a discount if the price retraces from that level. So what are some potential areas you might want to consider locking in some profits? The first level you might want to consider locking in some profits at is going to be around this level. This is $21.18. The level above this is going to be $24.84. This is $29.39. And the final level here is going to be around $42.45. Locking in some profits as the price climbs up to these levels is an exit strategy you could consider. I'll be making update videos as the price approaches these key levels, so if you want to stay up to date, consider subscribing to the channel. Also, if you want to see the analysis of a specific stock, then feel free to leave those in the comment section below and I'll make a video around those. If you found this video helpful, please consider hitting the like button. That helps out the channel a lot. And it's also worth mentioning, I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research and your own analysis before you make any investment decisions. That brings us to the end of the video. If you want to profit like a politician, then the link to the video is in the description below. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.